Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Atonement by Opeth. This is part of my ongoing series where I am listening to entire records from start to finish. So, people had requested Opeth. I had done a few of their songs, and then I decided, you know what, let me go ahead and finish this particular album. So, I've really enjoyed what I've heard so far, just to review what that's been. I did Ghost of Perdition long before I decided to do the album series. But then we jumped into Baying of the Hounds, which I absolutely loved. Then Beneath the Mire, which was also really good. And now we're here on Atonement. After that, we've already heard Harlequin Forest on the channel. You can go check out that review. So after that, we'll jump into Hours of Wealth. So, man, really been loving the album so far. Cannot wait to hear this song and hopefully continue loving it. So I say we jump right in. Again, this is Opeth Atonement. Here we go. I love that opening so far.
Suddenly, I'm no
I love that. Wow. I love that. Is that it? No. Wow. I love that. That was amazing. Um, I feel like every like song after song, every song on this album has just amazed me in one way or another, and each one has amazed me in a different way. I feel like too. So I feel like just as I was starting to get comfortable with Opeth and kind of know what they were going to give me every song, they change it up on me. This song to me was a lot different from what we've heard on the album so far. So I do want to take a look at that real quick because it starts off with Ghost of Perdition, which comes in pretty heavy. I mean, it definitely has its more melodic pieces, but comes off strong and heavy. Same with the Baying of the Hounds, Beneath the Mire. They all have definitely their heaviness to them. And it's interesting because throughout those three songs, I wonder like if I would like Opeth even more. I mean, I like them a whole lot so far, but if I would like them even more if they maybe did away with some of that harsh screaming. But then in a song like Atonement, I'm like, I kind of miss that screaming. I miss that heaviness. So I think they do it really well where they do a good job of mixing the heaviness with the more melodic pieces. Whereas this one was pretty much melodic the entire way through, but I definitely dug it. And it was almost an instrumental. There weren't too many lines in the song as you can see here, so it won't be too much for me to review lyrically, but yeah, I liked it a whole lot. It was definitely different. And again, considering that the album is only 8 songs long, and this is the 4th song, and again, it's a little different. It's more melodic. I feel like it's a nice break between some of the heaviness that you get in the first 3 songs, and then the heaviness that's to come with Harlequin Forest. And I'm not sure about the rest of it, although I will say the Grand Conjuration is another one of those great heavier songs. So, yeah, I think it's like a nice little break, sort of an interlude to kind of catch your breath, after just, again, 3 kind of long, heavy songs. So, yeah, this one worked for me a whole lot. Let's break it down like we always do, piece by piece, of course, starting with the lyrics. First, it says here, the 4th song on Opeth's album, Ghost Reveries, is about the life after death. The human who died woke up in ghost form. Verse 1, cleared the fog that was veiled around me and blurred my sights. Suddenly, I'm no longer aching to honor my plights. Rising moon and my skin is peeling, past undone. Suddenly, I can't justify what I had become. So verse 1 sounds like, cleared the fog that was veiled around me and blurred my sights. So sort of like death almost like gave me freedom. It gave me release. It took away all the cloudiness, all that uncertainty, right? Suddenly, I'm no longer aching to honor my plights. And it's like I'm no longer trying to like think of how to say this. It's been a whole day of work, and I'm trying to think of what this says. But I'm no longer aching to honor my plights. So no longer do they feel kind of bound to their responsibilities to everything else, right? Again, it's to me, it's like you die, you have that sort of freedom from everything else. But then verse 2, I think it really paints a different light, where it says, "Rising moon, and my skin is peeling." Past and someone, they're like a werewolf, right? Like that's kind of how I'm reading that, like skin's peeling away to reveal werewolf. But I think, the album's Ghost Reveries, it's probably a ghost. Rising moon, and my skin is peeling, past undone. Suddenly I can't justify what I had become. So maybe in death, maybe the way they died or the way they lived even caused them to become a ghost. And again, they're having a hard time justifying that transformation. So I think it's kind of interesting. And again, I've talked about how lyrically this whole album is really centered around, again, like ghosts and sort of that sort of just like old-timey, scary ghost, kind of story throughout the whole album. So this definitely fits in lyrically. It's short, it's sweet. I kind of like it. It tells a very complete story in a very short amount of time. For that, I give it a thumb up lyrically for sure. As far as the instrumentation goes, man, there was so much to love in this one. I'll start with the drumming, because that's something that really stood out to me as being pretty different in this particular track. So just the drumming was fantastic. I don't know if I've actually looked up who the drummer is here. And that actually doesn't say. Usually they have some credits here, but whoever was on drums for this one, I really like what they did. Just a nice rhythm, kind of changing things up, making it sound different. Again, just when I feel like I have Opeth figured out, they kind of throw a curveball at me, which I'm totally into. So drumming was fantastic. The guitar work was great. Again, that's something that I feel like I have complimented them on a lot without really calling it like a trend that I've noticed. But essentially, it's been a trend for each of their songs that I just love their guitar riffs. They're usually pretty heavy, and then they also have very melodic and just cool sounding guitar riffs, as well as fun guitar solos usually. For this one, that your guitar is definitely a lot more muted. It does come in like at a nice pace with a nice riff. But yeah, the guitar work in this one was fantastic as well. I also really love the pianos, the keys they brought into this one. Just provided, again, that sort of haunting melody throughout. And was a nice little break between the two verses lyrically. So yeah, I mean, instrumentally, this one was fantastic. They did so much that made the song beautiful and made it fun to listen to. So I'm giving it 2 thumbs up instrumentally. I think vocally as well, 2 thumbs up there. Again, short and sweet vocally, but I think the delivery here was perfect. This song left me wanting to get back to that heaviness that they bring. But it definitely wouldn't have fit in this track the way we've heard it in other tracks. And so glad they left it off this track, but now I'm just ready to get back into that intensity. And again, I think that's why this works as a nice sort of interlude between the heaviness. So again, instrumentally and vocally, 2 big thumbs up from me. As far as replay value goes, I mean, yes, this one is going on the playlist. I really like how it fits there in the context of the album, again, as that sort of interlude piece. So I'm digging it. I mean, yeah, this is getting some playtime. This was different. It was fun. It was interesting. It was beautiful. So I'm giving it 2 big thumbs up for replay value. Can't wait to hear it again. What a fantastic song. I'm having a great time with this album, and I cannot wait to listen to the rest of it. Thank you so much for those of you who have been sticking around, or even better, have been actively looking forward to me finishing the album. Thank you guys so much. As always, I am still taking requests, so please leave those requests in the comments. If you enjoyed the music as much as I did, you should definitely go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. And then lastly, if you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. You can also check the description if you'd like to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, or TikTok. All the places that start with T, I'm there. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.